what is yoga? We're going to study yoga. If you've never had yoga, or if you're a specialist in yoga, it doesn't make any difference. We're just going to make our mind better, we're going to make our body better, and we're going to make life better. So, thank you for being here, and let's get started. All right, so what is yoga? Yoga is something that dates back thousands of years ago, but we're using it today mainly to help heal everything. Not only ourselves, but the world and the universe. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Well, stay with me, please. So this is one of the times where we're going to join together. And we're going to join together more often and more often. And if you ever have questions, never hesitate in calling me or texting me. Any way you can get a hold of me. Text, call, I got a phone number. Go to my website, post a question. Go to the webinar, post a question. And we'll look into all of the problems, all of the solutions. So yoga, Y-O-G-A, stands for your own growth and awareness. Well, not really. It stands for being able to join. The word yoga means yoke, like you put two oxen together with a yoke and you bring them together. So what are we bringing together? The ultimate goal in ancient yoga, and even today, the ultimate goal is to bring together the thing we call the self with the absolute, with God, with Brahman, whatever you want to call it, the universe, the energy, the total energy. So that's the ultimate goal in yoga. In this course, we're going to focus on the mind, we're going to focus on the body, we're going to focus on the breath, and we're going to focus on balance, and we're going to focus on energy, and we're going to focus on joining all of those things together. When we accomplish that, we're going to accomplish the ultimate, being a single unit with everything. Now that sounds kind of weird, but it will take some practice, patience, and persistence. So you're in it, I'm in it, we're going to go together. Let's look at yoga as a way to practice, a way to make our body and our mind and our breath and our balance and our whole body and our soul cleaner, fresher, and a new way to live, not the old way. The old way was depression, anxiety, down in the dumps, cloud over the head, not wanting to do anything. We're going to lift ourselves up, clear the air, get away, smoke, fog, cloud, push it away, let it float away. So, what we're going to focus on today is simply working on the breath in this particular lesson. We're going to focus on the breathing. Stay with me on this. It sounds very boring, but it's not boring. Things are only boring if you let the mind think about boring. So you're here now. You're not in the future, you're not in the past. I'm sure you've heard of live in the now. That is a very important thing to remember. Live in the now. This is what we have. I'd like for you to close your eyes. If you're sitting, that's fine. If you're standing, sit down. Close your eyes and take a deep, deep breath in the nose, preferably, if you can. Some people can't breathe in the nose. It's okay, breathe in the mouth. But if you can breathe in the nose, breathe in, hold it for a little bit, and then breathe out the mouth. And do that one more time. Breathe in the nose if you can, hold it for a little bit, and then breathe out the mouth. And when you do this, just notice where in your body, what in your body is reacting to the breath. So do that once, and then do it another time. Breath in, hold it, and breath out. Breath in, nose, breath out, mouth. Okay, were you able to go into the feeling of the breath? Feeling the chest, feeling the shoulders, feeling the belly, maybe even the legs and the arms and the head. So let's do that one more time. Breathe in the nose real deep and then hold it. Close your eyes. And out. Okay, so maybe you felt a little bit more of the action of the breath, the breathing in. Maybe you felt your chest expand, maybe your shoulders moving a little bit, maybe you felt the belly move. Okay, that's good. Let's put the hand, one hand on the belly and the other hand on the chest, lightly. So breathe in the nose, deep breath in and hold it. Feel the body, feel the chest, feel the belly. And breathe out the mouth very slowly. Were you able to focus a little bit more by holding the hands on the chest and the belly? Yes? No? Let's do it one more time. Hand on belly, hand on chest. Deep breath in the nose. Hold it. And out slowly. Now you could really feel the expansion of the chest and the belly. Good. So we're making progress. Let's take it a little bit further. Let your hands loose. Don't put your hand on your belly or your chest. So what we're going to do now is do the same thing, but rather than inflating the lungs and the chest, let the chest relax. Let the shoulders relax. And simply breathe in. Let the breath, the air, go down into the belly this time. Hold it, and then breathe out by squeezing in the belly purposefully, just a little bit, to expel the air. Are you ready? Okay, breathe in the nose, down in the belly, hold it, and breathe out the mouth, bringing in the belly. One more time. In the nose, relaxing the chest, the shoulders. Let the breath go deep down into the belly. Hold it. And breathe out. And just stay there for a few seconds. See if you can feel any tingling anywhere in your body. That's energy. When you breathe correctly, you're going to feel some energy somewhere. Now, so chest breathing is usually what we've been taught to do. You know, if you were in the military, you stood erect, shoulders back, belly in, and breathe with the chest. No, that's not what we do in yoga. For relaxation, for relaxing, for feeling, for purposefully going into the body, we relax the chest, breathe with the belly. In the most part, we breathe in the belly. There are a few cases in yoga when we move around, doing different kinds of poses. Poses are called asana, so that may be a new word for you. I'll mention asana periodically. Asana means pose. Okay? So, shake a little bit, shake it out. Move your head around. Stay with me. Have patience. Persist. And we'll practice the 3 P's. Patience, persistence, and practice. That's all it takes. Calm yourself. Don't let your mind take over. Don't let your mind talk to you and tell you not to do something. You got to do this. You don't want to do that. It's always talking. It's always telling you things. So you are not the mind. The mind is a separate entity, all by itself, but it's been ingrained in us since we were born, and as we got older, it became stronger and stronger. A baby doesn't connect with its mind. A baby is one with everything. And then the baby learns that it has a mother and a father. It has a name. It has relatives. It has a house. The neighbor has a house. The neighbor has relatives. You begin going to school and you have friends. And then you begin to notice that you are separate from other people, from other things, that you're better, you're worse. You're not as well off as Samuel Hill that lives on the hill in that big fancy house. You're better off than the person that lives in the slums across the railroad tracks. So these are all things that grow what we call the ego. There's nothing wrong with an ego, but it gets out of hand sometimes when we start thinking that we are better, they are better than something else, someone else. That's the mind talking to us. Things that we've learned, things that we think about, the past, thinking about the future. We've got to do this, we've got to do that. We've got to be better. We've got to be better than Sam. We've got to be better than Jill. We've got to be better than ourselves. Well, we are going to be better than our old selves. So there is some truth in that. So the ego can help in that respect. And it also can hurt us in some respect. So this is what we have to learn. We have to learn to listen to the mind, separate the trash from the riches, the trash from the gold, let's say. So there's a yin and there's a yang. Yin, Y-I-N, yang, Y-A-N-G. It's not yang, it's yang. Yin and yang. It takes balance. So in yoga, we learn to balance the yin and the yang, bring it together. For a large part, that's why yogis, they do something like this. It's called the Namaste pose. Namaste. We'll get a little bit deeper into what Namaste means. Okay, so let's go back Now to the breath. Okay, so we've learned one thing. One thing so far is that we breathe in yoga. We need to learn to do this because we're going to be doing asana very soon. And we breathe with the belly, down into the belly, because that's where the energy lies. And that's how it dissipates and throughout the body. If you breathe with the chest a lot, it doesn't get the energy distributed throughout the body. That's why you might have felt some energy in the tips of your fingers or your toes, or even your nose when you started breathing with the belly. It's okay. Let's try it again. Practice, persistence, and have patience. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders, relax your face. Notice any tension anywhere. Maybe it's the hands, maybe the arms. Relax your arms, relax your legs. And begin just to breathe in the belly. You might put the hand on your belly. And just feel the belly go in and out. Just do that for a little bit. As the breath comes in, belly goes out. As the breath goes out, the belly comes in. Feel. Get in touch. We're getting in touch with the body. Okay, stay relaxed. I'm just going to talk a little bit about feeling the body. If you've ever had anxiety or depression, or especially post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, I hate to call it a disorder, we can just call it a malady. If you've ever had that, sometimes people want to distance themselves from the body and not even think about the body. They try to get out of the body. So I've had students that have had PTSD that did not want to listen to the body. They really resisted it. So stay with the feeling of the body. Stay with that. If you have a hard problem with that, stay with it. Persistence wins out in the long run. Stay with the breath. Okay, so open your eyes now. And we're just going to do a little movement with the breath. We're just going to simply raise the hands. You can put your palms down or up, it doesn't make any difference. And just put your hands at about the level of your belt buckle or your belt or your waist. And just relax. And as you breathe in the nose, if you can breathe in the nose, or the mouth, as you breathe in, raise the hands up to the level of your chin at the rate that you breathe in. Okay? So let's do that. And you can do that with your eyes closed or your eyes open. So breathe in. And then hold the hands right there. And then breathe out the mouth and move the hands down slowly with the breath. And then one more time. Up, breath in, the nose, the belly out. Relax the belly, relax the chest. Just let the belly and the breath move like bellows. Hold it, and then breathe out, going down. Good. So that is joining the breath with movement. That's a big step in yoga. Moving the breath with the body. And that's a simple, very, very simple movement. Up as you breathe in. Breathe out as you go down. The same rate with the breath and the movement. Letting the shoulders, the chest relax. Even letting the belly relax, but just letting the breath, the air go down into the belly. Okay? Let's just do that for a little bit. Persist, practice, and have patience. And doesn't that feel wonderful? We're connecting. The mind and maybe talking to you, saying, we don't want to do this, why do this, can't do this, don't want to do this, this is a waste of time, etc., etc., etc. The mind is talking to you all of the time. And so we're doing a third thing. Not only are we breathing correctly and moving with the breath, but now we're listening and we're aware. I like to use the word aware of the thoughts. So let's keep breathing in, up and down, out. Keep persisting. Persist. Relax. Notice the thoughts that come in, talking to you. Remember, you're not your thoughts. Okay, so relax. Take a deep breath in the chest now. Raise the shoulders. And breathe out. Great. I think you've learned how to do some yoga things now. So we're getting there. Slowly, we'll move and get to where we're going, and where we're going is a great place to be. Now, I want to, before we leave and stop this lesson, this particular session of breath, I want to add one more thing that's very important, okay? As we do this movement with the hands and paying attention to the breath and the thoughts, one more thing is to make a sound. Sound is very important, okay? The vibration of sound, either internally or externally. If you make a sound internally, it vibrates the body and it stimulates the vagus nerve that runs from the base of the brain down into the body, the legs and the toes and all the organs and the heart and all of that. And it just causes the body to become more and more calm. Okay? So let's put our hands down about where our waist is, and we breathe in the nose as we come up with one breath. Hold the hands there at the chin as you hold the breath. Now, this time, as we breathe out the mouth, we're going to make a sound. Now, don't become frustrated with that. That's just a sound. It's like humming. But doing the you bring the energy up from the belly, up the chest, into the throat, into the nasal cavities, and out. All that vibration, it stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which relaxes you. That's very important. Let's try that again. Hands at the waist. Relax the chest. Put a smile on your face. Have patience. And as you breathe in the nose, raise the hands up to the chin, breathing in the belly, relaxing. Hold the breath. And then breathe out and do that Om sound as loud as you want to. Om.